call into the show at 724-444-7444 using call ID 30273#. Now, here's your host, Ryan Clark.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the Tuesday, August 25th edition of WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com and a bunch of other websites. I'm, as always, your host, Ryan Clark, and we're going to be here for about the next 2 hours talking WWE SummerSlam from Sunday night, Monday Night Raw from last night, and we have the UFC 102 pay-per-view this weekend as well, plus a lot of news that we have to cover here in the next 2 hours. So, with that being said, my co-host from a little place called Orange Park, Florida, Matty Boone. What's cracking, my man?
OP in the house. Are you down with OP?
OP in the house. OP for Orange Park, baby. What's going on, man?
Doing good, man. Just busy weekend, busy Monday. Just so it's nice to get a little catch-up break here today on Tuesday because the last 3 days have been pretty damn loaded.
It's been pretty damn busy, man. We have a ton of shit to talk about here tonight, man. Like I just said in the opening, lots and lots of stuff going on. Big SummerSlam, second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
And it showed, man. My God, how were your numbers? My numbers were insane on Sunday and even more insane on Monday. We broke records, man.
Oh, dude, the WZROnline.com. I don't think we broke a record, but yesterday we had something like 28,000, 29,000 uniques, which is pretty darn crazy. Probably about the third highest traffic day that we've had. We've only been open for, God, a little over a year.
Is it the best for this year, or was WrestleMania bigger than?
Well, WrestleMania was bigger than SummerSlam, but boy, SummerSlam was right up there as
our SummerSlam. We topped WrestleMania. Like destroyed it.
Did you? And then the day after, I mean, yesterday was crazy with backstage news and stuff like that. Today as well, we have big SmackDown and ECW tapings tonight. I believe they're in Phoenix.
Yeah, they are.
Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, it looks like Jeff Hardy probably its final night in WWE, at least for the time being. But for
the time being, I mean, it'll be a while before when or if he comes back, and if he does, I mean, do you think I mean, we don't have to make a big deal about it now at the top of the show, but I mean, I don't think they'll really get behind him as quick as they have been lately. I mean, this isn't the first time he's pulled this on him. If he comes back, they might not be so quick to push him to the moon like they did this past time. You know what I mean?
Well, he's their top star though. Over.
Yeah, but after a few years of being gone, I mean, he comes back, he gets the initial thing, but they might try and control him from getting too big for him because, he could just leave at any point again, and I don't think they want to risk, doing that again. Because they were hesitant to push him to the moon this time, but, they eventually had to because of injuries with Edge and Undertaker and all those people, so.
Well, I think part of the reason behind him leaving is he's been in talks with MTV for a reality show of some sort. You know how
didn't he say it was going to be like some crazy out of this world? Didn't he have some comment or something about that?
Well, remember when I think they still do it. They owned I think it was thehardyshow.com or something like that.
I never saw it, but I remember there was a talk about it for a couple months there.
Yeah, it just basically followed Matt and Jeff's private lives, you know what I mean? Just stuff they did around the house.
Was it kind of like you've seen Dana White's video blogs he does for the pay-per-views every time?
Exactly.
Something like that, just a day in the life, meeting celebrities, going to this event, or
Right, exactly like that. So I think they were in talks with MTV. They were going to try to get something finalized with that, and depending on how that works out, I mean, obviously, WWE wouldn't do any cross promotion thing. I mean, it's one or the other for him. You know what I mean? He's just kind of burnt out. Right now, and says, try to do my own reality show, see how that works out, see if it gets picked up by MTV or another network. You know what I mean? But somebody And, I mean, obviously you can't do both. You know what I mean? You can't.
He's got the attention span of a 4-year-old. I mean, anytime he gets like a whim, he wants to follow it, like his poetry and then his music and then jumping around on dirt bikes on mountains and this and that. And now he wants to do a TV thing. And he can't just focus all his stuff into one project. He's always got to be here and there, everywhere, all over the place. But he could have really. I mean, if he would have followed this run in WWE, he was really. I mean, that's probably the hottest he's ever been at any point in his career, I would say.
Oh yeah, well he was world champion until
he was super over. Yeah, I mean, my God.
Yeah, huge. So we'll talk a little bit more about that here in the 2 hours, maybe 3. Who knows?
Maybe. We have a lot to talk about.
I know we have a ton of stuff to talk about. We're going to take live phone calls as well if you guys want to talk about SummerSlam or Monday Night Raw or just
UFC.
Any of the news. Yeah, UFC as well.
Okay, I'm always wanting to come in here and talk about UFC, but there's so much wrestling stuff, and now that I'm watching it regularly, I'm kind of excited to talk about all that. And UFC isn't so strong this weekend, but there is one good fight that I want to talk about. But yeah, it's weird. I'm like, well, we'll get to the UFC eventually. Let's talk about SummerSlam. Let's talk about Raw. Let's talk about Mayweather. Let's talk about all this crazy stuff going on. It's
I know. And then how about the Mayweather deal yesterday with the home search out in Las Vegas? We're going to talk about that as well. So lots and lots and lots of stuff. And then, like I said, we're going to take live phone calls, Raw, SummerSlam, UFC, whatever you want to talk about. Questions, comments, whatever you got, give us a call. We'll probably do that in hour number 2. But if you want to call right now and just hold on the line, we'll get to you eventually at 724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. Also, Matty Boone, check out that live chat tonight, huh? Not bad, man.
Loaded.
Yeah, packed, loaded, no doubt. WZR
I haven't looked at it in a while. That is pretty insane.
Yeah, lots and lots of people here. I mean, traffic's high, you know what I mean? So we expected to have a big show anyway. But if you want to get to the live chat room, go to WZROnline.com /chat.
Are you looking at the chat right now?
I am not.
Oh, man. Don't look, dude.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, God. WZROnline.com /chat for that. Who cares? I'm a sexy beast, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so go in there. Here's the deal. You guessed. All the guys that come in there on a weekly basis, guests. We've been having a problem in the last few weeks with, I guess, just a bunch of idiots with nothing better to do that come in and like to spam the chat room. So we have disabled the guests for the time being. So basically, what you got to do, you can still come into the chat room and
listen. It just means you can't chat. Yeah, you can listen to the show.
Yeah, you can
read the chat room.
Exactly. You can listen and read what people are saying, but you can't type. We have you blocked from that. But if you want to participate in the chat room, go to go to TalkShoe.com, and guys, it takes you 2 seconds to register. It asks you for a username and a password. You set that up, and you're good on a weekly basis. So we're all set, and then you can go back to every Tuesday night, log in with your username and password, and you'll be good to go. You know what I mean? We'll do chat shout-outs here in a little bit as well. And if you have a registered user...
I got to get out of there. Wow. I'm getting mesmerized by the chat room. I got to put my show file in.
I know. See, that's my problem. When I read the chat room, it gets me... I can't do 2 things at once. You know what I mean?
You can't multitask. Not with people. They're crazy. Not with those fucking maniacs. No, they're nuts.
That's the WZR Army, baby.
They're looking for me now, and I welcome them to find me because... I'm a sexy beast, like you said, like you know. What are you going to do?
Oh, yeah. We all know that I'm a sexy beast, so whatever. All right, so WZROnline.com /chat. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. SmackDown and ECW spoilers tonight. It looks like ECW is going to air live. They're out in Phoenix. I believe that's West Coast. If not, it's Central Time Zone. So... we're about 2 or 3 hours behind, which means it's going to start a little bit later for us over here on the East Coast. So it'll probably be ECW airing live, and then it'll be a late night if you're going to wait up for SmackDown spoilers. Probably about midnight, 1 a.m., somewhere around there, possibly later, depending on when we get the email. But Yeah, we'll have them up at some point, either later tonight or tomorrow morning. We're not going to have anything here on the...
When does it start? Do you know what? They're in Phoenix, so that's...
Well, that's what I said. I mean, it's either West Coast, which is Pacific time zone.
Yeah, that's 3 hours. So there's no way.
Yeah, 3 hours, or if it's Central time zone, it'd be a 2-hour difference. But I mean, it looks like either way, ECW will air live tonight, and then SmackDown.
Whoa! It'll air how?
Live, baby, live.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! No TNA Impact tapings tonight. They shot 3 weeks worth last week on Monday and Tuesday, so we're set on that for this week. But like I said, SmackDown.
Is this week the show with Dixie Carter this Thursday, or is that?
It's this Thursday, but they're not doing it. It won't be. I mean, they didn't shoot anything at the tapings last week.
Are they going to insert it into the show or something, or?
Yeah, it'll be a backstage segment or a sit-down interview or something.
Jeremy Borash is doing the interview. Yeah, he said that on his Twitter account, right? So it's a sit-down interview. Yeah.
All right, yeah, sit-down interview with, I believe it's her and Bobby Lashley that's scheduled to air this Thursday night on Spike TV.
Their ratings, man, they're dropping. What's going on over there? What's going on with your company?
Nah, they're not dropping.
What do you mean they're not dropping? They're not doing 1.3s anymore. What's going on?
Yeah, they drew a 1.2 last week.
No. That was the week before. 1.1 last week. Yeah.
No, it's always there. 1.1.
Come on, man. They had 2-3 months in a row where it was 1.3 every single time, and now they're slipping. They're slipping, dude. What's going on?
Come on. A tenth of a point. Come on. They're always. It's not like they're back down to the 0.9 or the 1.0s.
But that's not going to happen over a week because obviously the million or whatever 2 million viewers they have. Is a cult audience. I mean, they watch it a habit. They're there every week, but I mean, it looks like that number's starting to slowly dwindle down. Hopefully, this week they get back up there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Spike TV. I mean, Spike TV is obviously happy with that 1.0 or 1.1 rating, 1.2 rating that they're getting. They just I don't think we talked about this last week, or maybe it came out after we. Yeah, it did. It came out after we went off the air last week. But a new 3-year deal with Spike TV. TNA was able to reach a new deal with them, and another program as well. I think it's just going to be a highlight type program on a weekly.
It is, yeah. They're just going to feature old matches